Did you get a Cave Slime Slayer task in Old School RuneScape? Well, today's video is going to be a quick guide on how to slay cave slimes in Old School RuneScape. Now, cave slimes are pretty easy to kill. There's really not much to it, but they require 17 Slayer, and they are assigned from Turiel, Spria, and Mashner. We can go ahead and take a look at their loot table real quick. As you can see, the average cave slime is worth 87 GP, so they're not that great, guys. It's not phenomenal money or anything, but you'll at least be able to hammer them out after this guide. They always drop swamp tar and a little bit of iron and bronze weapons. They do drop the iron boots, which I believe is a collection log slot, if I'm not mistaken. They also drop water runes, earth runes, and a little bit of coins. They also drop unlit torch, gold bar, and oil lantern frame. You also have a 4 in 128 chance to hit the gem drop table, so you can expect to potentially hit that once a task or so, maybe twice a task if you're lucky. And they also drop easy clue scrolls. Again, not really much to them. They don't drop a lot as far as the loot table goes in general, so these things aren't like super interesting to kill, but that's the loot you can expect. Also, as far as their stats go, they are a level 23 combat. They have a max hit of 2. They're not aggressive, and they are poisonous. So you'll need to bring your anti-poison, super anti-poisons, all those fun things. And they attack with stab. The other thing I want to call out is, as you can see here in this picture, they don't have any defense whatsoever, so you can literally bring anything you want to bring: melee, range, magic, whatever you want to bring. Just bring your best in slot that you have, since they literally don't have any defenses. As you can see with my setup currently, I just have regular melee stuff. This is my Iron Man, so that's why it kind of looks like random things, but I'm just bringing a melee setup. But again, just bring the best in slot for whatever combat choice you're using, whether it's range, magic, or melee. The location for these are in the Lumbridge Swamps or the Dorgesh-Kaan South Dungeon. If you're going to the Lumbridge Swamps for the first time, you'll need to bring a rope if it's your first time there. You also will need to bring anti-poison, super anti-poisons, antidotes, kind of so on and so forth. Whatever you have available to you, go ahead and bring it because they are poisonous. You're also going to need a light source. If you're bringing like a candle or something like that, make sure you bring a tinder box. If it is external, it can explode, something like a candle. That's why it's preferred to bring like a bullseye lantern or something like that. The other things you should bring are teleports out and food. With all of that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the Lumbridge Swamp. So here's the Lumbridge Swamp. Ways to get here: teleport to Lumbridge or home teleport to Lumbridge and run south and then west. You can use a fairy ring DIS and run north and then southeast. You can also use a Amulet of Glory and run southeast, kind of however you want to get here. This is where you need to be. This is Lumbridge, just so you're aware of where you are going. If you're new, use the rope on the dark hole. If you're not new, go ahead and go down the cave system. So now, since we are here, everything is nice and lit up. Now, I will say there is a wall beast here, so be careful. If you guys don't have a spiny helmet, which I didn't tell you to bring because you can skip this wall beast, make sure your run is on. Stand on the tile right before the wall beast and click on the other side. You will run past it, no problems. It's literally that easy. The slimes are scattered all throughout this dungeon, but if you just run around here to the west and then to the south, there's a couple slimes right here for you to kill. Again, they are scattered throughout the dungeon, as you can see. There's a slime, there's a slime, there's a slime, there's a slime. We'll go head up, smack him in the face, and he's probably going to poison us. There's our poison. That's when you would use your anti-poison. And they are literally that easy to kill. It's nice and simple. You can just sit here and chill. Again, they are not aggressive, and they have, again, not great drops, but we're going to go ahead and pick up that swamp tar because we probably need it for a quest. All right, so that is the first spot, the Lumbridge Swamps. We are going to go head over to the Dorgesh-Kaan South Dungeon, and to do that, I'm going to go to Xanaris real quick. And then I'm going to take the fairy ring. There's a couple different ways to get to the dungeon, so let me get there first and I will show you how to get there. All right, here we are at the Dorgesh-Kaan South Dungeon. There's only a couple ways to get here. There is the fairy ring. You can go to AJQ and that will take you right here. The other way to get here is by going to the Calphite lair. You can use fairy ring BIQ, but if you have fairy rings, you might as well just like actually go to the spot. So to get here, you'd need to go to Al-Kharid, pay your shanty pass, and just run south and then over here to the west. The other way you could get here is if you don't want to pay the 5 GP for some reason, you can go to like Emporos and then just run like north, but that seems like a lot of work. Anyway, your whole objective is to get to this calcite layer that is right here. Not too many ways to get here. If you have 66 agility for some reason, you can use a stepping stone that I honestly totally forgot was there. And again, you will need a rope to get to the calcite layer. Once you are here, this is the area where you will be at for the calcite layer. You just need to run to this little section here, and this will take you to where you need to go. This little red door right here. So once you are here, of course, there's not a map. So once you're here, you just need to run over to the south and, well, technically the north. It's really weird because it spawns you in and then it flips your camera and stuff. So you need to run to the north, and there's 3 spawns here. They're also kind of scattered throughout the dungeon as well. If you kill them right away before they spawn, there are other places in the dungeon. I believe they're over here more towards the east, but here is one of the spots to kill them. If you go through the calcite layer, you will come out through this block tunnel. So just keep that in mind. This is where you will come out. So then again, you'll still need to run north. There's a few other cave slimes over here to the east. So there's a lot more populated here if you're a higher level and can hammer these out real quick. So you could also just run over here. And so those are my 2 places over here to the northwest or just to the north over there. It really just depends. If you're a higher level and can hammer these out, this northwest spot will be for you. If you're a lower level and you can't just smack them all, you might as well just stay at the north side. But those are the 2 places where they live. Again, make sure you bring anti-poisons because they will smack you. And with that said, that is all I have. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like for the algorithm. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. Channel memberships are live. If you would like to support the channel, you will get access to all my videos as soon as I upload them to YouTube. Normally, I schedule them out in advance because my schedule is every other day. But for those of you members, you'll get them right away, and it's a great way to support the channel. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.